Lindale ISD officials are set to meet with the parents of an 8-year-old student who died following a medical emergency. Adrian Thompson died April 15th after a medical emergency at Velma Penny Elementary School in Lindale. In a news release, Superintendent Stan Surratt wrote in part, "We understand there are many questions, but speculation and the spread of misinformation can cause additional harm to the family involved, as well as to our students and staff and the broader community." The exact date for that meeting between the Thompsons' parents and district officials has not yet been disclosed.